be here, and thank you again for having me over. Thank you, Sebastian, for from Zürich, Poland, for driving me actually over here and to this beautiful country and showing me around and having some great times here. It's actually very, very, very cool. And thank you so much, from you guys here, actually from the store. Shit, I got so many names, I forgot already who's in here. But this is a great store here, and thank you so much, for having me over. I really appreciate that. And also thank you, of course, Zildjian, DW, Evans, Audix, and all my sponsors and Hardcase for making this possible, for giving me gear and great stuff. ProMark. Now enough advertisement. Now I've advertised my CDs, buy them, I need to eat. And, okay, so I would like to tell you a little bit something about myself. So, I started playing drums when I was like 11 years old. And before that, I learned actually organ, the musical instruments with like 2 manuals and foot bass. So, I was like, 5 or 6 years old when I started to learn that, and after 3 years, I think I was pretty good, but after 3 years I kind of lost interest because, I wanted to become a rock drummer, and organ, I don't know, the only band, I can imagine is Deep Purple maybe, but a drummer, if I want to hear a snare drum, I don't want to hear like, I want to hear, I want to hear a nice crack. So basically, that's the same for the entire drum kit. So I built actually my drum kit in 3 layers, like high EQ, which are the cymbals, which are actually here in this case a range that Zildjian made for me, which is pretty much like the A Customs in platinum alloy, and they sound very, very soft, but yet actually bright to cut through, but they don't sound too long. Because what I don't want of cymbals is that they really ring very, very long and kind of cast everything. So I really like precise, warm sounds, in this high EQ range. For the mid EQ, it's all toms, 8 to 60. And I kind of tune them that they sound melodic, that I can somehow adjust them to a melody, I don't specifically tune them in tonal structure, in specific tones, let's put it that way, but I tune them that the shells sound good, and then I form melodies with what I got. For example, let's see what I got here. Yeah, that's what I did yesterday too. This is like all, I can totally play La Cucaracha on this one. Stuff like that. So I kind of, find a way, so I can do stuff like leave space and sometimes return to grooves, and it's challenging, but it's like really fun. So what I did with Paul, instead of like this 1-minute piece of non-repetitive music, instead of adding like odd meters and counting, I did this. I said like, okay, because he can't read music, so I didn't write anything out. So I said, okay, I have to come up with something here. So I did this. I played him this phrase here and asked him to repeat it. So I did this. Can you repeat that? Probably not. Now, if you just sing the first verse from Queen, We Will Rock You, you can. Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, swing this thing, gonna be a big man someday, good smile on your face, take this grace. So automatically, the brain adjusts to the melody you have in your head, and you can play the rhythm. So immediately we were able to play it, and even play different, chord structures. So the most boring thing to me is when I play on drum festivals. And then you improvise around it. And so that is like a fresh kind of thing, and you can kind of totally play to words from all kinds of songs, and people would think like, wow, they've practiced their ass off for that. And so I think it's a much more, intelligent or a smart way of kind of thinking, just in tonal structures. For example, when I play let's say, a phrase of like 5/16, and I play just on the snare drum, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. First of all, I would divide it through 2. I would never count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. I would go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, bam, 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 bam. So that's a 5/16. So basically, what I have in my head is just the pulse. Dun, 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 dun. Then I will just play it with my left hand. Okay. So now I would maybe go with the left hand, with the right hand, and play a 7/16, which would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I kind of divide it. 1, 2, so that's the 7/16. So it's kind of singing along. So on 2 snare drums, it would sound like this. So that sounds kind of, it sounds like an exercise routine to me. But now, if I put melody to it, I have like boom, ba bam, boom, ba bam. I could kind of, get into a tonal structure. So instead of like dun, 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 let's play maybe this. Turn the snare off and do. I don't like that snare too much. Let's see this. Okay, and instead of here, bang, bang, ba bam, 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 ba bam, I play dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Okay, so my ears like that, so then I want to play it. Let's see. So that sounds kind of musical. Then let's put maybe a 4/4 on top of it, underneath it with the feet, like a right, right, left, left combination. That sounds even better with the cymbals, I figured. So, so that's my concept. I always try to make, the complex things more musical.
Can you play some metal?
Ha! Can I play some metal? Let's see. Let's see if I have some metal for you.